am making chocolate orange fudge, a bag of chocolate chips. We're gonna melt these together. We're gonna stir every 30 seconds to 45 seconds that we microwave it until it is melted. Perfect. 1 teaspoon of orange extract. Got my prepared pan here, parchment paper, or you can grease it, either way. If you don't have a microwave, you can put a pan of water on your stove and put a metal bowl on top and melt your chocolate and sweetened condensed milk in that. It's called a double boiler. All right, we're gonna spread out our first layer. Next layer, we're taking 1 package of white baking chips and sweetened condensed milk. We're gonna melt these together. And we're gonna stir every 30 seconds also. When you microwave, you have to stir every 30 seconds or your chocolates can burn. Oh, that looks great. Right now, you can get all of our cookbooks and our price book for 40% off right now. The link is in the description below if you want easy recipes to get you in and out of the kitchen quick that your family will love with inexpensive ingredients that everybody has on hand. Go check out our cookbooks. This is only one of 2 sales where this is the lowest price of the year. Go check it out in the description below, livingonadime.com. Okay, so now we're gonna add some yellow food coloring and a little bit of red food coloring. And hopefully we'll get orange. Think back to kindergarten, guys. Oh, that looks good. I think we got orange. Okay, and now we're gonna add a teaspoon of orange extract. And we're gonna put our orange layer on top. Then we're gonna swirl our chocolate and our orange. We're gonna let this set up in a cool spot like your refrigerator. Then we're gonna come back and cut it. All right, I would probably, for the orange with the white chocolate, I would either add less condensed milk or more white chocolate chips, like an extra bag of white chocolate chips, because it is pretty soft. But we can make it work. Oh wow, that looks delicious. Cream cheese fudge. Adding my white chocolate chips or almond bark or baking bars, whatever white chocolate you have or want. Easter bunnies, white chocolate Easter bunnies left over from Easter would also work. Okay. 32 ounces of chocolate, white chocolate, and 1 8-ounce brick of cream cheese, and we're gonna melt this. All right, while that is melting in the microwave, I've got some cherries here. Now you could use nuts, cherries, whatever you want, but I've got some cherries that are the maraschino cherries, and I'm drying those off so that they aren't so moist in my fudge. All right, I'm stirring my cream cheese and my chips every 30 seconds or so, 30, 45 seconds, so they don't burn. You just want it as dry as possible, otherwise your fudge can kind of get too moist and not stick together. You can also use candied cherries, walnuts, almonds, pecans, pistachios, whatever flavor you want. Oh, wow, that smells delicious. If you want different variations of fudge, you can base it off our variations on page 315 in our Dining on a Dime Cookbook Volume 2. You have all the variations here that you can get some more ideas for your fudge. Now, you do not have to add this, but I like a cheesecakey flavor, so I'm gonna add just a tiny bit, about a half a teaspoon of lemon extract, because I like a cheesecake. I like everything that tastes like cheesecake, and adding that little bit of lemon gives it that taste. All right, now I am going to dump about 3/4 of these cherries in there. Leave a few to decorate the top. Get this all mixed in. Ooh, that looks festive. This is an easy 3 or 4 ingredient fudge, just depending on what add-ins you do. Okay, now we're gonna let this set up, and then we're gonna come back and cut it. Cherry cream cheese fudge. Oh my, or cherry cheesecake fudge, I should say. Okay, this is a test recipe. So Mike is standing here getting ready to test it. He doesn't know it. But we shall see if it is living on a dime worthy. Or excuse me, super easy recipes worthy. Wrong channel.
Is it a super easy recipe?
Yes, it is. But I may have messed it up.
So it's not as easy as you thought.
No, and I just cut it all wrong too. Shoot. Did not mean to do that.
Well, if you cut it about each piece about in thirds, then it would be a 100-calorie recipe.
There you go. Cherry cheesecake fudge.
Ooh, it looks like cheese.
Cherry cream cheese fudge. I don't know what to call this one.
Smells like cheesecake.
Does it? Does it taste like cheesecake?
Mmm.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't have my makeup on, so I'm just
I got a big bite of the cherry, which is why I was slightly delayed. You want me to turn it so you can...
No, because I don't have my makeup on.
I don't have my makeup on either. I'm still on camera.
Thank you for not having your makeup on. I appreciate that. Okay.
Let me try a piece
Cherry?
that's not the cherry.
Cherry cheesecake fudge or cream cheese fudge? Cream cheese fudge. But it does have a cheesecakey flavor.
It does. Yep. Mm-hmm.
We'll call it cream cheese fudge, but it has a cheesecakey flavor. 2 ingredient Hershey's fudge. Now, I am going to double this batch. I'm going to spray my pan. Ooh. Okay, now I'm going to add my my frosting. Real well. Now I'm going to go microwave this for 30 seconds. Alright. That is a luscious piece of fudge. Wow. German chocolate fudge. Chocolate chips, 1 package. And I'm just going to dump this whole thing in and see how this goes. Pecans on top. small amount of coconut. We're gonna let this set up and then we're going to cut it. Oh, that looks really good. Fudge I am making is chocolate cream cheese. Now I have my parchment paper in, cutting my parchment paper in half. These parchment paper sheets are the best invention ever. I will leave a link in the description below. They just make it so easy. So for the chocolate cream cheese, I have semi-sweet chocolate chips. You could use milk chips, dark chips, semi-sweet, whatever you want, whatever flavor you like. They all have a different flavor, okay? You can also use different brands. Hershey's tastes different than Nestle's and Ghirardelli versus Walmart. We like the Walmart and the Hershey's the best, but I don't happen to have any Hershey's, so I'm gonna use Hershey's frosting. Get this warmed up and melted. All right, my chips have started to melt, so I'm going to add my can of frosting. I'm using Hershey's because we really like Hershey's for our chocolate. All right, gonna pour this first layer in my pan for my chocolate cheesecake fudge. All right, I'm back now for my white chips. All right, my fudge is getting, or my white chocolate chips are getting melted. I'm gonna add my cream cheese frosting. Heat it up anymore because it'll burn my fudge, so I'm still just letting it finish here. So I'm gonna spread it in my bowl here, or my bowl, my pan. It's smushed in there. Now, to make this look like a chocolate cream cheese, I'm gonna swirl the chocolate and the cream cheese layers. Just go clear down to the bottom. Don't rip your paper. Just gently bring it up and over and just let it kind of fall back into place. We're going to let this set up in a cool spot, the refrigerator, the garage if you live in a cold climate, outside if you live in a cold climate and you're out of refrigerator room, however you want to do that, but let this get cool and then we'll cut it. Oh, I cannot wait to taste that. That looks so good. So here's a little trick. If your candy has smudged like that, you can take a knife and just riddle across the edge. And that will clean it up. I am making the infamous Ghirardelli fudge. Everyone kept recommending this, so I'm gonna do this recipe. So I'm going to melt my chocolate, let's see. Yeah, my semi-sweet chocolate. Now my store didn't have the unsweetened cocoa, 100% cocoa baking bar. So I got the 72%, so mine's gonna be a little bit sweeter, but you know, it's fudge. You can't have too much sugar with fudge. Now, got that. Now the next thing you're gonna do is add your sweetened condensed milk after the chocolate is melted. Okay, so we're gonna melt this first. Okay, my chocolate looks like it's getting melted. Okay, so we're gonna put in our sweetened condensed milk. Okay, now a teaspoon of vanilla. You could add nuts, you could add chocolate covered cherries, sprinkles, marshmallows and pecans to make or marshmallows and almonds to make Rocky Road. You could add pecans and coconut to make a, what's it called? German chocolate, that's what I was trying to think of. Okay, now we're just gonna let this set up. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness, that looks so delicious. Okay, I've got my vanilla frosting here and my jar of peanut butter. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the microwave and let it melt. Now, if you want, you can just leave this 2-ingredient peanut butter fudge just like this and it tastes delicious. But because I am Tara and I want to dominate the fudge recipe YouTube world, I am adding milk chocolate chips and peanut butter chips to bring this fudge a step up from just 2 ingredients. If you guys want to help me dominate the fudge recipe YouTube world, please hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and share, and comment, guys. Tell me what you think. Do you guys like my fudge recipes? What do you think of these add-ins? What do you add into your peanut butter fudge? Because I know a lot of people would probably do Reese's or Reese's Pieces. Ooh, that would be so yummy. Reese's, decorate it with Reese's Pieces on top. Oh my, that would be yummy. So a few on top. Get them all pushed in there. All right, we are going to let this set up for a couple of hours, and then we are going to come back and cut it. All right, peanut butter chocolate fudge, Reese's fudge, whatever you want to call it. The strawberry lemonade fudge. So I'm taking 1 can of strawberry frosting and 1 bag of chocolate or white chips. And I'm gonna melt the chips, well, just kind of get them started melting first, okay? Okay, so my chocolate chips have started melting, so I'm gonna add my strawberry frosting. Now I'm gonna microwave this for just a few more seconds and then stir some more. Spreading out my fudge. Now, next layer is my lemon. Get my chips started. All right, my white chips are starting to melt. So I'm gonna add my lemon frosting. Okay, now got them in here. Ooh, yum. Oh, this smells so good. Okay, get that pink all in there. Oh, strawberry lemonade fudge. I've never had this Tara invention, but I'm sure it's gonna be delicious. Wow, because I love strawberry lemonade. Okay, now we're gonna let this set up and then we're gonna cut it. Making Carmel Latte Fudge. I'm making a double batch. So we're gonna warm up our chocolate chips first. All right, got my chocolate chips started. Gonna add my Carmel Latte Frosting. So now we're going to go ahead and melt this. All right, let's see how much this is getting melted. You don't want to overheat your fudges because if you do, then your chocolate can seize, and so that's why I go in 30-second increments and just really mix it in between to make sure. Okay, that's looking pretty good. All right, so now we've got our caramel bits here. And we're gonna put about 3/4 of them in the fudge. And then we're gonna leave the rest for the top, maybe a few more for the top. All right, we're gonna mix that in. Oh, this is kind of swirling the caramels. The caramels are kind of slightly melting in here. That's pretty cool. You could probably also do a jar of caramel ice cream topping and put that in here and swirl it around. Okay, so we're gonna push all of our caramel bits into the fudge. Let this set up and then we'll cut it. There you go. I am making a strawberry cream cheese fudge. Lining my pan. This is from another candy that didn't get my parchment messed up, so I'm reusing it. Melting my white chocolate first for about 30 seconds to a minute to get it softened, and then I'm gonna add my frosting. The bowl is still pretty warm, so I'm gonna mix. Okay, I'm gonna have to nuke it for just a minute more. There we go, that looks delicious. All right, you guys, you can help me have world domination on YouTube for fudge recipes. If you love my fudge recipes, could you please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and share my videos? I would really appreciate it. This layer out. Okay, now I'm gonna take my next white chips. Start melting these. All right, I just added my can of cream cheese frosting, and now I'm gonna get these melted together. About 45 seconds more. Go clear down to the bottom and pull it up and over. And that will bring the pink up for your swirls. Okay, now you can set this in the refrigerator, or if you live in a cold climate like me, the garage or outside, however you want to do it. And we're going to let this set up. All right, my favorite handy dandy chopper. Let's see, how do I want to cut this? That looks so good. Lemon fudge, I am going to start with my white chocolate chips, getting those melted. Then I have 1 can of lemon frosting, and I'm gonna add just a little bit of extra lemon flavoring. All right, my chips are starting to get melted. Can you see that? So I'm gonna add my lemon frosting. Now, if your white chocolate chips are hot enough, you can go ahead and just stir them together, but I think I need to heat this up 30 more seconds. Pure lemon extract here. I'm just gonna do a capful, which is about a half a teaspoon, just because I like my stuff lemony. Now, if you want, you could also get some lemons and do some lemon zest in the frosting or on top if you want also. Oh, this smells so good. Oh my goodness, this smells so good. We're gonna set this up till it's firm, and then we're gonna cut it. There you go. Wow, that looks delicious. Okay, today we are making red velvet fudge. 8 ounces of white and 3 ounces of milk. Chocolate chips melting in here. Oh, yum. My can of cream cheese frosting. And we're gonna add our red food coloring. Ooh, that does look like red velvet cake. Okay, now most of these this recipe doesn't call for vanilla, but I'm gonna add just about a half a teaspoon of my homemade vanilla here. Okay, now to make this look like real red velvet cake, what I'm gonna do is make a frosting top, so to speak, with cream cheese frosting or vanilla if you don't like cream cheese, but cream cheese or vanilla. And I'm just gonna leave it plain white so it looks like frosting on my fudge. This all melted. We're gonna let this set up and then we're gonna cut it like that. Oh, yum. A 2 ingredient Oreo fudge. Now the 2 ingredients is my frosting and my chocolate chips, but I'm going to add in some Oreos. So this is gonna be 3 ingredient Oreo fudge. All right, got my chocolate chips started melting. All right, got that all stirred up. Now we're gonna stir in our Oreos. Now, I don't know how many Oreos I'm putting in here. I don't know, that was probably 10 to start with. Oh, look at how it's swirling. Oh, that's pretty darn tootin' cool. We're just going to gently fold. Oh, this is a surprise. I've never made this before and it was a surprise. Look at that. Okay, so see how it's swirling? That is cool. Okay, so now we're gonna put it in here. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. All the fudge we make. Okay, I'm gonna let this set up and then we will cut it. Oh, making chocolate mint fudge. Now I'm making a double batch. This is based off of our 2-ingredient fudge. So first I'm going to soften my white chocolate for about 45 seconds. All right, I have my white chocolate starting to get softened. So now I'm going to add my vanilla frosting. All right. Now I'm going to go melt this. Now for this recipe, if you want to use the green candy wafers, you could use those instead of white chocolate chips. I only have one package left and I need these for another recipe. So you can use these instead of adding food coloring. Okay, so now I'm gonna add my peppermint flavoring. It's about a teaspoon. And you want peppermint extract, not peppermint flavoring. Sorry, I misspoke. Peppermint flavoring does not taste the same as peppermint extract, or mint flavoring does not taste the same either. I'm gonna actually put the chocolate on the bottom first, and then my white and my green. So I'm gonna make my chocolate up next. All right, it's not really getting melted, so I'm gonna do a little bit more. All right, now we're starting to get melted. So I'm going to add, you can use chocolate. I have dark chocolate fudge frosting, but you could use any flavor of chocolate you want. So I did these in the wrong order, guys. You should have done the chocolate first and then the white, but that's okay. It's just the story of my life, so I just go with it. Okay, and I'm gonna melt this for about 30 seconds. Ah, perfect. Peppermint extract. Now that one I put about a half a teaspoon in. Baking chips, okay? I'm gonna add those to my chocolate. Now my second layer, and I wanna swirl this. So I'm gonna put a little bit of white, and then the rest I'm gonna tint green. I want to swirl this top if I can. Let's see how well this works. Then I'm going to sprinkle a few more chips on top. Then I'm going to press them all in there. Okay, now we're going to let this set up and then we will cut it. Here is the chocolate mint fudge. Oh my goodness, that looks delicious. Here we go. Oh my goodness, wow. Today we are making Grinch fudge. All right, there's the white chocolate chips and our cream cheese frosting. Microwave this. Oh, I forgot my butter. Hold on. I was testing to see how hot the bowl is to see if I should do it some more. If it's too hot for you to hold, then do not microwave it again. Just let the residual heat finish melting your chocolate. Now this, I can hold it. It's got just a titch of heat, but it might be enough to go ahead and get this melted or not. Okay, 20 more seconds. That is food coloring. Kind of like the swirls in that too, actually. That's pretty cool. Should I leave it swirly?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm reusing my parchment paper from another fudge that I made. I'm gonna leave it a little swirly. Gold dust on it. I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night and you're gonna think that an angel took my place. Right here.
Yep.
Let's swirl this around just a little bit. Then with some sprinkles, we're gonna sprinkle on top. Oh, now if that is not Grinch colors, I'm gonna tap them down so they get in the fudge and don't fall off. Haha. Okay. Now we're gonna let this harden up, and then we will cut it. Okay. Let's see. Oh, how do you think it turned out?
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's great. Oh my goodness, that is great. Okay, I'm gonna take a guess and say this is going to be my most popular recipe, I'll bet. All right, comment guys and tell me if you think this is gonna be my most popular Christmas candy. Elf fudge. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is start softening my white chocolate chips. Then we're gonna add our 1 can of cherry frosting. And then we're gonna go microwave this again for 30 seconds and then stir. And to make it more elf-like, let's see if we can get this redder. I don't know if we can, but we're gonna try. You don't have to, you can keep it. Oh man, that's not making it very red, is it? Red is so hard to get super, super red. Actually, what I would probably do is the melts, instead of the white chocolate, I would use the candy melts, and that would make it redder. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna be a mistake or not. Will this be a mistake? Let me think. Well, let's give it a try. So what I would do is use the red melts next time, but let's just see if we can get this Christmassy red out my fudge. By the way, I got this for at a garage sale for $1. There was a restaurant going out of business and I got all kinds of stuff. I got cooking spray, I got Crisco, I got muffin tin cups. I'll never need muffin cups again. I got, what else did I get? Oh man, I can't remember. I got a whole bunch of stuff. Ah, there, that's better. That is more Christmassy red. Not quite, but it's getting better. Okay, so now pour this in our pan. Oh my goodness, I love this 2-ingredient fudge. It is so delicious. All right. Now, this is just an optional step. You don't have to. These Jet Puff marshmallows are so fun. And then, let's see, what sprinkles should I use? Maybe these ones? And all those have green. So let's also use some glitter dust. Oh shoot, I should have dusted it before I put on the marshmallows. That's okay. We'll just add a few more marshmallows on top. Okay, and then we're just gonna pat that down. All right, we're gonna let this set up in the refrigerator. Oh, fun! That turned out so cute. I am so excited. A few more sprinkles over there. Okay, so now if you're doing this and you want the sprinkle dust, I would do it before you put on your stuff. But that's okay. All right, we're gonna put this in the fridge and let it set up. Hi, I am Tara from livingonadime.com. This is
David,
my faithful assistant. Today we are making 2-ingredient easy peanut butter fudge. So, what do we need, Dave?
we need sweetened condensed milk, and we're using peanut butter chocolate chips. Well,
Yep.
technically chocolate chips, but
Yeah, they're just peanut
Yeah.
butter chips. No chocolate in them, just peanut butter chips, right?
yeah, no.
Okay, so this is a 1-bowl recipe too. So, throw it in here, Dave.
So throw this in here.
We're using 1 full bag of chips and 1 full container of sweetened condensed
So
milk.
I just put it all
Yep,
in.
just dump it in there.
Ooh, looks good.
Looks very good, doesn't it?
Yeah, no.
Think it'll last more than 1 day?
Nope,
Think it'll be gone right away?
probably. That's one thing that I know about.
All right, then we're gonna microwave this in 30-second increments, and we're gonna stir between each 30 seconds to get it all melted. So we're back, and we microwaved this for 1.5 minutes and stirred every 30 seconds to make sure the milk and the peanut butter chips got thoroughly melted. You can see, voila. All right, now we're going to pour it into an 8x8 pan. Then you spread it around in your pan, like so. And then we're going to put this in the fridge for 30 minutes to an hour. Depends on how long it takes to set up, and you want it to be firm, and then we'll cut it. All right, so I was wrong. It was actually 3 to 4 hours in the refrigerator that we need to set up our easy 2-ingredient peanut butter fudge. To cut it, just use a regular knife and score it along. Like so. That's about how wide I do it. And then I do fairly small pieces. You want your pieces to be, about 1 inch by 1 inch, give or take. And then just slide it under. And, oh dear. Okay. Maybe 5 hours in the fridge. Because ours is not quite set up. That's about the size you want. But as you can see, mine is sticky. So I'm going to throw it back in the fridge, and I will come back with what they look like in the end.
Hello, we're back.
Okay, we let these sit about 5 hours in the refrigerator. Overnight is best if you want.
If
You can do it in 5 hours though. So I like one of these, 1.5 inch spatulas. I like it because it has a beveled edge and I can get underneath. I also spray it with just a tad of cooking spray. Just a little bit, doesn't hurt anything. Then when we go in, it slides much easier. And then we break our little pieces of fudge, and you have yummy 2-ingredient peanut butter fudge. Just peanut butter chips and sweetened condensed milk. You can get this recipe at
livingonadime.com.